Overlord collaboration is now in SEA. Let's meet the new Holy Fairy, the gentle and considerate pure white devil, Albedo. Let's talk about her passive skill, which is Aegis. Once our character triggers block, it will grant us a shield equal to 1% of our HP that would last for 6 seconds. It scales up to 8% once you maxed her at 18 stars. Block is triggered, so we get this goldish shield around our character. And that's about right, 6 seconds. Let me show you another demonstration. I think this shield will be very useful for Holy Echo users in Top League. Let's move on. Now for her active skill, we are granted 15% attack increase upon fairy skill activation. It grants us a shield equal to 20% of our attack for 6 seconds. Let me make this clear. Albedo gives us 2 shields. One is from her passive, which is Aegis. And the second one will be this one after fairy skill activation of Walls of Jericho. It makes us very tanky. Next effect is if a single hit is more than 10% of our HP. Block chance plus 100%. And this 100% will not reflect on your character's block rate at the status page upon fairy skill activation, so don't bother looking for it. On the downside, it will reduce our block recovery by 80%, so it's absolute block sacrificing block recovery. I can live with that. This skill effect is almost similar with the guild's Rose Emblem skill crisis warning, which will trigger block once damage received is greater than 6% of our max HP. At level 2, once debuffs are removed, it will grant the fairy skill an additional 40% damage. Once you unlocked level 5 of Walls of Jericho, another effect condition is given, which is if damage received is less than 10% of our character's, HP block chance plus 100%. Initially, it was above 10% HP. Now at this level, it's less than 10% HP. So whatever happens, the bonus block rate will definitely be trigger once you receive any amount of damage after activating Walls of Jericho. Let me show you the buffs and the shield granted after using Walls of Jericho. The 2 block conditions will be shown on the buff list. Let me zoom it in for you, so here are the 2. And the shield given is different compared with Aegis and the Rigidity shield because it has a wave-like aura at the bottom of the shield. At max level 8, our characters will be granted plus 30% attack bonus from the initial, which was 15%, and the shield's durability is also increased. Initially, it was 20% of our attack, and now at level 8, it is a shield equal to 40% of our attack. Lastly, upon fairy skill activation, she will initially slow her enemy by 80% for 2 seconds before the castle wall comes up dealing damage. So here's the 80% slow debuff for 2 seconds. Watch out for it. And yes, if you noticed, you can dodge out of Walls of Jericho. It is unlike Mistletoe's fairy skill, which aims to keep you trapped inside the skill radius and can stun you once you leave that dome. This concludes my fairy introduction about Albedo. I hope you learned something from it. Yes, the hot topic now is ainz versus Albedo. And yes, ainz is superior and meta period. The PvP gameplay is very unbalanced as it favors wind users so much. But if you look at Albedo, not comparing her to ainz, I believe she is a great addition to the Holy Fairy formation. Why? Because she brings the sturdiness that supposedly only Earth Fairies have. Imagine having 2 shields plus absolute block along with damage increase. That's a class S on my book. In addition, as Holy User, you are given 2 options, which is to make a build towards being more tanky, and the other one, of course, which is damage, which is what Holy was really all about. But this time with the addition of Albedo, the Holy User's build can be more dynamic. That's my take on this matter, and I'm good with it not having another offensive type Holy Fairy because there's many to choose from. I'm good with this addition. A new defensive block type added to the list of holy fairies. I have a Burning Soul Battle gameplay to show you guys which highlights the strength of both ainz and Albedo. It was a very hard match to win because our BSB buff specialty is block, and any damage dealt which is not blocked is increased by 25%. I have a high block rate, and supposedly, my opponent does not have enough breakpoints to break through it, but it just so happens that they just released ainz this week before Burning Soul Finals, and guess what? Ainz grants characters break stats points and can even convert crit rate points to break rate. And if his target has a shield, grants an additional break rate of 100%, and that's only level 1. And any non-crit damage which is not blocked is increased by 150%. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the things that makes him a broken meta fairy, and it favors the BSB buff this week. A non-crit, unblocked damage will hit me with a total damage increase of 175%, which is the same as landing a critical hit, which really messed things up. Anyways, enjoy the video, and I will share a few points at the end. A short recap, and there are only 2 scenarios we can learn from. First is from round 1, I was able to cast Albedo first before getting hit by the 3rd and 4th fairy of my opponent. Hence I was able to fight back, and noticeably I received lesser damage compared to rounds 2 and 3 when I was not able to cast her first. We can see Albedo's absolute block working well alongside with the 2 shields granting massive damage absorption. Round 2 and 3 is almost the same. For round 2, we were not able to cast fast enough to receive her protection, and we got absolutely destroyed. Luckily for round 3, we dodged a few skills and was able to regain ground. To conclude, if you compare round 1 against rounds 2 and 3, Albedo serving as a defensive buff holy fairy is really great, as we won that round with an HP remaining at 40%. She is not the best, but she is special. For the past few months, I know it's been hard, and it's gonna get even harder with the addition of ainz, but it is what it is. Give it your best, adventurers, and break the meta. This is Maximus Happy Gaming.